Hello friends, welcome to this course on Hypermesh. In this lecture, we will learn how to generate the tetramesh manually. So till now we had learned how can we automatically create the tetramesh. So first of all, I go to this file. In your project file, go to the folder of tetramesh and select this file, that is housing tetramesh. So click on this file and open. Click on the shaded geometry from here. And here we can see we have created two components. Now inside this two component, one is cover, this is cover, and the second is hub. So our objective is to create the tetramesh of this geometry. Now to create the tetramesh, first of all let's say I want to create the tetramesh of this hub part. So turn off this cover. Now for this hub part, let's zoom in here. So if I go to 3D and then go to tetramesh. So till now we had learned about this volume tetra. Now we learn how can we create the tetramesh manually. To create the tetramesh manually, we have to go to this option of auto mesh. So press F12 and then I go to surface option from here, and here in the type of element we have to select tria or R-tria. So generally we prefer R-tria because it captures the geometry much better than tria elements. So I select this R-tria from here. Element size, let's say I'm taking 5. And all the element will go to the surface component. And now we need to do the manual meshing just like we do in the shell mesh. So let's say I start with this whole part. So zoom in here and then start the meshing. So select this surface and then start meshing here. So we have to make sure in the whole part equal number of elements are selected. Press escape. After that I will continue meshing onto this another whole part. Right now we can see the geometry is not visible properly. So I will go to F5, go to mask. In the mask I will select surface and then I select this surface. Click on mask, click return. Here I will select the topo and then continue doing the mesh. Select this surface and then similarly select this surface and then this surface. Increase the element size, make a check on this link opposite, and let's say this is 3. Press escape. After that do the mesh here, select this face and then select this face, mesh. So we just have to make sure the geometry is captured properly, and we have to also make sure the proper connectivity. There should be a proper connectivity between all the nodes. After that we can also go to this mesh tile. Here I will select R-tria, set all. Whenever we have triangular element, we will select map as triangle, set all, align and then set all and mesh. And then press escape, go to shaded geometry and then go to unmask all. So now do the mesh here, similarly do mesh here. After that we have to continue doing meshing in all the surfaces like this. And whenever we have fillet area, and we have to capture this fillet area properly. So let's say I have this fillet area. So make sure we have at least 2 elements here, and this is a bigger fillet, so make sure onto this bigger fillet we have 3 elements at least. Similarly select this face and then do the mesh. Similarly select this face, let's say 2 rows of element here. So in tria element the flow of mesh is not required. So that is the good advantage here. We don't need a good flow of the mesh. So do mesh here. Similarly on the mesh on this face. So it is going to take some time whenever we have a complex geometry, because we have to do the manual meshing everywhere. So we just have to make sure we capture the fillet and the complex region properly. So select all these surfaces at a single time like this, and then in the last we need to select the surface and mesh. Now we can see we have completed the meshing of this hub part. After that we have to make sure that this is a complete closed mesh. Now to check this, we need to check the free edges inside this. Shift plus F3 and then displayed. Tolerance value, let's say 0.1. Click on preview. So it is showing 0 node were found here. Click on find edge. Now it is showing no edge were found. It means there are no free edges. So click return. So now we have a closed mesh, and whenever we have a closed mesh we can create the tetra mesh of this. I go to tetra mesh. So before that I will create one more component here. Go to this component, right click and create. So let's say it is tetra. Press enter. So all the tetra mesh will go inside this. Here we have to make sure this is selected as tetra. So right now this tetra is the current component. So all the meshing will go inside this component. First of all we need to define the tetra mesh parameters. Go to this. Here we need to select tetra mesh normally. So we can select optimize mesh quality. It will create a optimized mesh. And then type is standard. Here we need to select the element quality target, in which we have some option like volumetric skew, cell squish, tet collapse. So generally in tetra mesh, tet collapse is the most important parameter. In industries it is kept at the value of 0.1. So tet collapse should be greater than 0.1. Now I go to this tetra mesh option. Here I will select element because we have element, and then select split quad into trias. If we have any quad element, they will automatically be splitted into trias. So in the float here I will select element and then mesh to current component. Select this element, click on displayed and click on mesh. Now we can see the mesh has been completed. Here it is showing in the status. So I click on return. So here we have mixing of two elements. We have 2D element and then 3D element. All the 2D elements are into this component hub. So I uncheck the meshing here, and now all the tetra elements are into this tetra. So now we can see we have created the tetra element here. So if I go to the mask F5, go to any element here. In the type I will select by config, select this element, mask and reverse, and then I turn off the surface. Here we can see this is the tetra element we have created. Click on unmask all. Now here let's say I go to this option of tools, go to count. Here I will select node, click on this node and displayed and selected. So right now here we can see into this problem we have close to 4000 nodes. In tetra mesh, whenever we have a very large component and an assembly, a large number of nodes are created. Whenever we have large number of nodes, it is going to take much more time to solve this analysis. So generally, to reduce the number of nodes in tetra mesh, what we do, I click on return. I delete all the elements of this tetra mesh. So make sure this tetra element is showing only. I go to this tetra, right click and isolate, and then go to F2, delete element displayed and click delete. Now I had deleted all the tetra element, but still we have the 2D or shell element. Now what I do here, in case of planar surfaces, we can do the surface deviation. So I press F12, go to surface deviation. So inside the surface deviation we have element and surface. So right now we can see we have already created some element. So I will select element here. So element and then select surface deviation. Now inside this surface deviation, here we need to specify these parameters. Element size, growth, minimum angle, minimum element size, span, and then feature angle. So let's say initially I will take this angle and feature angle by default values. The element target element size, this should be greater than the global element size. Initial our element size was 5. So we take some greater value than this. So let's say this is 8. Now in this surface deviation we select only the planar mesh or planar surfaces. So I select this face here, click on any of the element, then element, and then by face click on mesh. So now basically we can see here the mesh has been changed. Similarly we have a planar face here. Now onto this planar face, select this face, go to by face, zoom out, and then mesh. So basically with this option we can see some bigger elements has been created onto this face. Now if I go to this tetra option, go to 3D, tetramesh. So make sure the current component is tetra and then select all the values as default and go to display and create the mesh. Now the mesh is completed. Here we can see, click on return and then go to this tetra, right click and click on isolate. Now I go to tools, count, node, displayed, click on selected, and now we can see number of nodes has been decreased. So with this surface deviation we can reduce the number of nodes only on the planar surfaces. Because in the planar surfaces we don't have any high stress, so we don't need a very fine mesh on the planar surfaces. So that is where we can use this option. So similarly inside this we have one more component, that is cover. So I isolate this. Now we have to do the tetra mesh of this cover. I go to this component here and here we can see we have some fillet. So I am leaving this to you as an assignment for you. You have to do the complete tetra meshing of this. And here we can see we have multiple fillet. So you have to capture the fillet properly. So let's say I have this fillet, so make sure we have at least 2 rows of element on the fillet. Auto mesh, select size and bias here, click on this fillet and then select at least 2 rows of element here like this. Similarly we have to properly capture this small fillet.